Okay. We're on our way to Cactus Ropes right now. We made a quick stop at the gas station to get some blue raspberry Sour Patch.
Oh, I ate mine already.
Oh.
I didn't know we were waiting.
All right, here
give me another one.
Just pretend like you're trying it for the first time. Yeah, I don't have these in my town. I don't know if these guys do. I don't think they do. So this is a first for all of us again. All right, 3, 2, 1.
It tastes like a Sour Patch Kid.
It kind of tastes like an unflavored Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah,
what do you mean unflavored?
If you were just
no
like
raspberry.
if you just had the Sour Patch sugar, that's what I imagine it tastes like.
I can taste the blue raspberry.
I don't really taste anything.
Man,
Maybe it's the cracker
you guys just palates are.
Because it's a Sour Patch Kid.
Right. So it's not. It's like it's
grape
good.
would have been really good.
Yeah, grape would have been fantastic.
Yeah, I think grape would. Yeah. If we find a store in San Antonio, let's go look.
I can't have that many.
Okay, we are here at Cactus Ropes.
It's coming off.
We're
that
really does need to come off. Here at Cactus Ropes, we're gonna go see.
A GoPro and video.
Well, this is just for the intro.
Incredible.
So we're at Cactus Ropes. We're gonna go see how they make some of the ropes that we got to try. We saw all the kids using at the rodeo. Yeah, we're gonna make our own, so that'll be a nice souvenir, I think. I want to try and get a goat rope as well, because those are fun. Yeah, see what I did for the whole rodeo.
This is Coca-Cola.
I did that for the whole rodeo. I did that for the rodeo practice.
On the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
That is
unbelievable.
I love this.
It looks good, right?
It really actually does.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Doesn't scratch the cowboy hat or anything. Stays balanced.
Out of way.
Cactus ropes. Here we go. Thank you. That's a cactus made out of ropes.
Actually, you have a hat on. I should want first. Can you hold them up? And perhaps, what is this?
You got the reference?
Yeah.
I know I got the reference too, but usually there's something behind it.
Perhaps.
You know what this is?
Is it a?
It's
a rope bag.
It's a rope bag.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You can keep all your gloves and this. Yeah, when you team rope.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, to where you wear your hand, and that's for baby powder.
Oh,
For
man.
baby powder nursery, you make your rope slick.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, you
I like
have to
that.
go
Yeah,
across 30
it's a good color, huh?
Okay, yeah.
How are you?
Mr. Coleman is the one in
Okay,
That's who I was talking about.
Rob Stevens.
Hi, Rory.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Ryan.
Rob.
Across 30.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Will.
Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet
Just
you.
keep on going down.
You know this guy?
It's a white.
I don't.
that has,
You don't.
Friend of a friend.
Oh, wait, you'll
No,
know
I'm friends.
They're all kept.
I don't know if you've met Karen.
right now.
He's on the phone with her right now.
Right.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I think there's another lady that was with y'all
Yeah.
in another vehicle. She's.
Yep.
I think she went too far.
Yeah.
I think he's on the phone with her.
So-
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
on the
no,
phone with her.
no.
Okay.
We got a
she's
call
coming.
from.
Has she found? Is she finding it okay?
Yeah, she was like, I wasn't supposed to go across 37. Yeah, you were.
Oh no, first, yeah. How are you, Rob?
Kevin.
Stevens.
Nice to meet you.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Karen and them, they're back here.
Okay.
We can wait on her, and that way she.
No,
can,
that's fine. She'll catch up. It's fine. Sorry, these guys are the important ones. So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice to meet y'all.
Are you going to be in here for a little bit?
Yeah. I'll be
Okay,
ready.
and just
I'll
send
send
her.
her back. I'll
Just
send her
send her
back to you.
out. Just send her out the door and just say, just
I'll
go
bring her
straight
right
to
to
the.
you wherever you are.
Well, thank you. All right, I appreciate it.
Just tell her to walk in the door and I'll make sure she gets out there.
You'll.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Well, we'll wait a few minutes, but if not, we might be in the rope room.
Yeah. No
Okay.
problem.
Thank you. Oh man.
Here we go.
This, yeah. Wow. This is
That's
it.
a lot of ropes.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's most people they come and it's like, whoa, this is not what I.
Yeah.
And there's way more into making a rope than you think. So
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all came.
Yeah,
To
this is awesome.
see
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, No problem. No problem. But and where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
You're from Los Angeles?
California.
Yeah, and you're from
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Boston.
Boston. All right, cool.
Look at all the stuff on the ground.
This is all basically baby powder.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
go into all that
Well,
what that
we
is
just
here.
saw the rope bag and Kevin was telling us how you put the baby.
Oh
powder in
yes,
it, so,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Well, I'll introduce you to Karen. This is buddies with Kevin.
Yeah, she helps out with the fair.
Yeah.
Is this okay to be filmed?
Yeah. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. Well, they made it. We're still waiting on
Sissy.
Sissy.
Yeah, she was a little off. Hi, I'm
Hi,
Karen.
Rory.
Rory, nice to meet you. So where are you from?
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, California. Hi, Karen.
Rory,
Will, where are you from?
Nice to meet you.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Nice to meet you.
R-E-N-E?
Boston. And what's your name?
Nice to meet you. Will.
Unique.
And it's Rennie?
Got it. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Ryan. Karen. Nice to meet you.
He's with the AEP program.
Awesome.
Like our chief operations guy.
Hey, Rob, I got y'all.
Surgical stuff.
She found
Oh, here's the straggler.
Our lost kid.
Thank you.
I can get lost in my own backyard.
How are you?
From down south, further down south from
I'm
us.
just young.
He was there about
Yes.
2 years, I guess. Okay. He was teaching at one of their campuses.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess. But he
And
passed.
y'all
I thought, yeah, I'm glad you came. There, I mean, there's a lot that goes into making a rope more than you think.
Well, even the space. We walk into the back room and oh.
Oh yeah. And we're fixing to head over there. But basically, every rope we've got these big spools of string, and that's where it starts with one strand of string. Does anybody need to go to the bathroom or anything before we?
I would love to.
Okay. Well, we got a men's and a women's, but we just if it's an open we use it. So there's one right here. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're fine.
But no big deal. Yeah, I'm serious. It's
I was trying to think of
pretty nonchalant around here.
those little.
Or your back.
No, bro.
The red light was on when you went in, and it's on now.
Yeah, I turned it off when I went in and I turned it back on before I came out. Crazy.
I don't believe it.
You want me to pull up the footage?
No, do not pull up that footage.
Did y'all know each other before?
No.
Y'all met when y'all came down here.
Eve and I knew each other about 15 minutes before we hopped in the car with Hornet because we were on the same plane and didn't know it.
Oh, what are the odds of that?
Yeah. So we walked off the plane in San Antonio and we got off at like the exact same time. We both looked at each other and we were like, wait a minute. Because we had
Y'all
seen
could've
each
been
other.
talking. Y'all saw each other on the plane.
On the Zoom meet. We had
Oh,
like a Zoom
yeah,
meet.
yeah.
So we knew what each other looked like, but.
That's funny.
And you were on your own flight by yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of coming from a different direction.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Kind of hard to get.
It would suck if you had to
So if
fly
you
into
went to
Charlotte.
California, you'd sit right in.
There you go. But anyway, yeah, we can start. We opened in '91. My dad, he was a professional rodeoer, his whole life, and then my brother, Pam, were you blocking you here?
I'm sitting all you want.
Okay. Anyway, so he rodeoed his whole life, and then I have an older brother, and they rodeoed together. And they went to the NFR. It's the big Super Bowl of rodeo. The National Finals Rodeo. Well, anyway, they were one of the youngest, or he was one of the youngest father-son team to ever make it to the NFR. So they made it in '84. He was only 17 years old, and then my dad was. So they've been in the. Hey, go ahead, guys. Anyway, so they kind of had been in the rodeo industry and everything. Well, anyway, we opened the rope company in '91, and so that's kind of how we got into it. And it's called Cactus Roads. Well, back in the '60s and '70s, you know, everybody talked on CB radios.
Ah.
Well, that was his CB handle back when in the rodeo days. All his rodeo buddies, they didn't have cell phones, so they talked with CBs. And so they called him Cactus Jack. Jack was his name, Cactus Jack. And everybody had their own CB handles, you know. Well, anyway, so that's how the name started, you know. So when we started the rope company, he's like, you know, well, we'll call this place Cactus Ropes, you know. And so that's how it started with this and that. So anyway, so we had an idea of how to make ropes, but we didn't know what we were getting into. It was just so much, and you're fixing to see kind of all the steps. You know, just trial and error. We finally, you know, learned how to make the ropes and get it to where it needed to be, and, you know, we could sell them and they weren't sending them back. You know, they were actually good. So anyway, so we'll head over here, and this will be the last of it right here. But this, as soon as we walk in, it's we'll come in and we'll take a direct right, because the machine, when they're spinning the strings, the string can break, and it can be a little dangerous, but we'll be careful. Let me see which way would be the best. Okay. You know what? It might be best just to come right here and we can just see over here. But this is the rope room. This is where everything happens, right here. Okay, well we can.
What's the throat?
But this is the when we first opened, we would make ropes, and we make head ropes and heel ropes. So the heel ropes are they're a stiffer rope. They're longer and stiffer, so you have to have more weight on them. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll explain this right here. Okay, you see there's the machine. You see those red weights on the back of the machine? Well, he's got hooks on this end, and he's got hooks on the machine. So when he was up there, he ran the string, wove them through the hooks, pulls back, and then stretches the string out. Well, he's getting everything set. But what he's fixing to do now, he's going to hit a switch, which is going to cause these hooks to start spinning here at the end. Okay, those 4 different strands are being spun. Well, what's going to happen now, after the tension starts building, it's going to actually start drawing the cart this direction. And the only thing that's actually pulling the cart is just the tension of that twist. So you got to realize how much tension is in those strands being twisted. And it's just spinning and spinning and spinning until it finally gets to a point where it starts getting so tight, it's going to start drawing the cart this direction. And you can see the cart there now is actually slowly starting to move.
What material is that?
It is nylon and poly. And some ropes are 100% nylon, but then some ropes are half poly and half nylon. Kind of it's almost the same as making clothes, like a polyurethane material, but it's done in a just one long fiber. And then we have a textile company in Georgia that spins it for us, and then they ship like all these bobbins of string. They ship all these bobbins of string, you know, to us. And one cool thing about what's happened there? He has a mark on the wall. Well, when you hit that mark, the hooks on the machine start spinning, and it actually starts pushing the cart, so the tension is working against each other. And if you'll notice, there is a table going all the way back there, and you see those weights going up on the wall back there. Okay, so see those weights on the far back wall? Well, those weights are connected to that machine. So the weights on that machine and then the weights on the back of the disc, the more weights you have on the machine determines how stiff the rope is going to be. So the more weight, you know, that it has to spin and twist, that is the stiffer the rope.
Do you guys do like specific different weights? Like, do you have a different class, or do you just stick to one?
Oh no. Depending on each rope, and we kind of have them in different colors. You see the white one, you see the orange one, you see those kind of purple ones over there, blue ones over there. What it does is, for the most part, and all of them are close, but each rope is going to have a little bit different. Like the weight might be off a little bit, you know, either one way or the other. And so when you're swinging a rope, sometimes it might feel stiff, or it might feel a little soft, or sometimes it might be, it'll just kind of have a, you let it hang there, it'll kind of have a little noodly feel, and then sometimes it'll have more of a cable type feel, depending on what you're using it for. You know, the roper, they like a certain feel, so we do give, you know, all the ropers and the cowboys a variety of different types of ropes to try to, you know, what works best for them. But going back to what I was telling you, when we first opened, when we tried to make a heel rope, okay, you got your head ropes. They're the ones that you rope the cow's head, you know, the horns. And they're always going to be around 30 to 32 feet. They're going to be a little shorter and on the softer side. Then you have a heel rope, which is, I'm assuming y'all have seen team rope and how it works. Yeah. Well, okay, after you rope the horns and the guy puts the, you know, the rope on his saddle horn, and they're pulling the steer, well, the heeler comes around and then they try to catch the feet. Well, those ropes, the heel ropes, are always going to be on the stiffer side, and they're going to be anywhere from 35 feet to 38. Again, depending on what the roper wants and how he wants it to feel, this and that. And anyway, when we first started making the heel ropes, the ropes, like about right here, the ropes would break, and we're like, what in the world is happening here? Well, we're only about 2 hours from the coast, from Corpus Christi, so the humidity is real high here. Long story short, the humidity, the moisture, was getting on the strands of string, weakening it and causing it to break. So that's when we said, okay, we're going to have to build a building and have a climate-controlled environment. So it's 50% humidity and 65-degree temperature, which is the perfect temperature to make a rope. It took us 6 years to figure that out. And so anyway, so everything in here is climate controlled, and whatever the recipe is for a particular rope, it works, you know. So, but we have. I'm sorry.
Isn't that crazy though?
I mean, humidity. You know, you think, you know, there's some moisture in the air, but so much that those strands of string, that string was getting twisted so tight that the little bit of moisture that was in the air was weakening those fibers and causing them to break. Oh,
That was trial and error.
This whole business, why we're still open, is trial and error. In fact, when we first opened, the machine, see how it's run on cables, and it's running on a track here on those little wheels on the box there. That's on the track, not the regular tires on the deal. But anyway, we had a braking system that would clamp down on the brakes. You know, kind of like a roller coaster. You know, it's got the brakes, and then, you know. Well, we did that. Well, again, it would brake, but it would slide a little bit. We're like, why does it slide sometimes and not the other? Humidity. Anyway, so we got rid of those brakes and then figured out the pulley system that, you know, that runs the weights are on the back of, you know, on that back wall. And that was another thing too, was trying to balance out because the machine right here, the cart itself, that the operators ride on, what that does, those boards that start spinning right here, like that right there, what that does is that gives you, okay, I only know how to use rodeo terminology, but I'll try to explain it. But when you're roping or swinging your rope, it's got some give to it, a little flexibility. It's not like a stiff cable. It's got some, you know, forgiveness and movement there. Okay? And that's what that is. But then the back end when the cable, when the cart starts moving this way and causes the, the rope to actually be spun this direction, that's what gives you the stiffness. Whether you've got a really soft rope, where it looks like a wet noodle doing that, or one that looks like a cable, it's stiffness. Those weights on the back there is what causes that. So that was a hard thing to figure out the balance between your give and your stiffness. So, and to throw something else in the mix to make it a little more confusing here. See this machine right here? See that orange string? This is a newer rope. We've only had this rope for, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years now. And it's called a cord. And that orange string is in the middle of the rope. And what it does, it just gives it a whole new feel to where when you swing it, you have the usually you have the softness or you have the stiffness. This kind of makes it where you can have a little more softness, but you still got the stiffness of the body of the rope.
I've heard of those, but I've never seen them, and I didn't know why.
It's a core. It's kind of a new technology that we've come up with years back. But
I wrote, by the way. So,
I was going to say,
I'm picking up what you're
I've
putting
been
down
around
the
ropes
whole
all my
time.
life. I didn't know how it was done.
well, the core ropes are really still our best. Okay, before the core rope, you had your 3 strands, like the ropes that have been around for thousands of years, Well, then in the industry, then we added another strand, which is the 4th strand. The fourth strand. Yeah. Well, then we did that for years, and man, just like anybody, whatever the new toy is, everybody loves it. Right. And then after a while, people are like, I don't think I like this as much as I thought I did. I want to go back to what we originally had. Well, anyway, then, long story short, then we added the core to the 4th strand, which changed. It was kind of a game changer for the textile company that we get our string from. This is how intricate it has to be. When they spin the string, the one. Well, here, let's go back that way, and I can pull a piece of string out and show you.
Are there different pros and cons between having the full nylon with the poly, or
it strictly feels on. Let's say you feel it, you might be like, oh, this is perfect. I don't care too much for this one. But then he might do the same thing and he goes on. It's just preference. Whatever feels good. Yeah, feels good to you.
Nylon's going to be a lot more stretchy and elastic. Poly is going to be a lot more loose. So, and it all depends on what happens.
Okay, like this Okay, like this string right here. Okay, it really is just like a strand of string right here. Okay, well then, and it depends. There could be a 3 strand and then there's a 4 strand. This particular one right here is a 4 strand. See, there's actually 4 strands spun together that makes 1 string here. And the textile company that spins it, I don't know for a fact if it's still this way, but for years what it was, there were 11.5 twists per inch. And if it was off half a twist or whatever, it would change the whole feel of the rope with the recipe that we have. So if the rope keeps coming out, we always go back to our textile guy. And all right, can you check your settings? How many twists per inch did you have it set at? And if it was off half a twist, we would feel it. After it went through the process, where it would be like, something's off. I mean, we've done this for going on 35 years. So you really get a feel for stuff. So we're, go ahead. We really get a feel for what that particular rope is supposed to feel like. And so if it's off a little bit, then we know there's a problem somewhere.
I was curious about the quality control when you're doing it, like it's the manufacturing process right here. Is there any way, like as he's doing this, is there any way he knows if anything's different on it?
Not always. Sometimes everything goes smooth, then there could be a little issue that we don't know, but that we can pick it up through the steps. But the big thing over here, like, let's say, okay, you see how the bobbins and string are on the machine here? You see those bobbins and string, the bobbins that are on the string, on the machine? Well, what happens is, every once in a while, they have to, when they run out of string, they got to stop, put another bobbin on there.
Right.
And they got to splice two strings together because all these are full, that one's empty.
Yeah.
Well, they'll put them on there, splice them together, and when they're spinning the rope, it's got a little knot in it. Well, when the rope is spinning, it should always end up inside the rope. You don't see it, but sometimes it'll come out on the outside, and you rub your hand on it, and it's a hard nut that'll cut your hand. And normally they can catch it over here, but sometimes it slips through, and sometimes they'll notice it in the wax room, which is the next step, or if they don't, they'll notice it in the next step where they're tying the eye. And then, but the final, the coiling process is the final thing. When you literally, from the eye to the tail, you rub your hand through the whole rope. Oh, there's a knot. And sometimes you can clip it, but if you can't, that's a second. And then we have a second rack where we sell ropes cheaper, where they've got little flaws, but it's still a good rope, you know. And so it won't make the cut into the big rack, you know. So,
is there anything that you can do, like if those twists are off, is there anything, and like you guys already have the load, is there anything that you do?
We can, there's some little adjustments we can do,
okay.
But we really don't like to do it because it's like a domino effect. You change this, then it's this, then it's this, then it's this, you know. So we try not to do it, but we can. I mean, we can make it work if we have to, especially if we have an 18-wheeler full of string that is like, it's just a pain for us, but we can usually make it work. But we're on the phone saying, all right, got a little issue here, you need to check your, whatever. So.
On a busy day, about how many ropes do they turn out?
Right now, this time of year, about 1,200 a day. 1,200 ropes a day.
Wow.
Yeah. And then in the summertime, at least two of these machines, at least two of them, it's like a couple guys are at lunch, so normally during the day, all these machines are going. But at least two of them go 24 hours a day. Yeah, there's a night shift that comes in and they just keep rolling. They never stop, like ever. But Friday is 4th of July, and it's been so busy here. Everybody's got Friday off. I mean, we're just shutting the whole factory down.
That's great.
So, but and then like I said, here, we can come over here. And like I said, to get a better idea of the string, the white string is always the base, and then we can add a blue. We can add a blue and an orange, and it'll create a just like melting colors. Adding colors, they'll make different colors. And that really doesn't happen in here. The wax trough is pretty cool. It's the next step we're doing here. I'll show you. But here you get a better idea of some of the strings and stuff we use here. Yeah, we can come right over here. At least have a little closer view of what. You get right here. A little closer view of what Charles is making here. Yes, the nylon is always the base for every rope. And again, if it's a straight nylon, it might be all of this. There will be another string that we got a 4-strand and then a 3-strand string, and we might combine those, but it'll all be that color. That's like when the guys, they've got to pay attention what string they're grabbing, because if you don't pay attention, you grab the wrong string, and then it changes the whole recipe up. By the time it gets to us, it looks like it should look, but once we get it and we swing it and we're like, oh, something's off, So
you test every single rope?
Well, they come in 20 pounds. They make them in 20 pounds and 40 pounds. And but for the most part, when we're coiling them, which you'll see that's the last step. you can sort of feel. We've been doing it so long. We've kind of got the. It's supposed to feel a certain way, and then when it doesn't, we know okay something's up, and then we can go back and look at the rope maker. We know what the humidity was the day it was made. We can track it back all the way back to, okay, back 3 months ago on a Tuesday, humidity was whatever, you know, humidity was extremely high that day, so that it could just be that. They're never going to be perfect because the humidity is our enemy around it. And even, you know, with this environment, every time you open that door, it's you know, air goes out, humidity comes in, so.
What is the total build time for one load?
Oh, that's a good question. 5 days.
Okay.
5 days. Yeah. Hey, if y'all want to come back over here, you got a better idea. See, you can see what he's doing. You know, he put everything on the hooks down there. Well, then now he's got the hooks right here. And then he's got that little cross there that keeps the strands separated. Pulls everything back. Okay, now, again, those strands down there are spinning. And if you'll notice too, as the cart is being sucked that way, the brakes are on the tires, and it's dragging the whole cart, and the tires are not moving. It's you'll notice the back brakes are going to be, you know, engaged. Okay, see how it's dragging now?
Yeah.
And see how Charles is having to swap the strings out, like I was talking about, you know. But he's been doing it for so long, the machine can be going, he can make his swaps and just keep production going. And then when he hits there's going to be a certain mark over here.
Green tape.
The green tape, okay, the green tape there. And you can see the hook on here is going to start spinning as soon as he hits his mark right there. And then that tension of that twist is going to push the cart that way. And you got to realize how much pressure. I mean, it is literally just the tension of that twist that is actually pushing the cart that direction.
That's moving too.
Do what?
It's moving too.
Yeah, it's pushing. And then again, if you'll notice, the machine, the weights back there are going up, and that is what's pushing those weights, is the tension of that twist right there.
What's your RPM?
Hey Charles, what is the RPM on these? Do you know? Not sure exactly what it is?
No.
Okay.
Bad.
They
take the finger off.
Oh.
Yeah. Stick it in between the string.
We had a kid a few years back. It literally sliced his just the sharpness of that string, his fingertips off. I mean, just like that, gone. Oh, so yeah, you got to be so careful.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing is going so fast. There is a way. There is a way to do the RPMs. We have a guy that works on them. He'll check the RPMs and, you know, kind of and let us know what everything is.
It's fast, whatever it is.
Oh, it is. It is crazy fast. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. They like I said, they can make anywhere from 900 to 1,200 ropes a day, depending on if everything goes smooth or, you know, or no issues or anything. Yeah.
So y'all have 50-50 on head to heel ropes?
In what we sell?
Yeah, manufacturing, or what, like, do you do more head ropes than you do heel ropes?
Yeah, I would say we do more head ropes than heel ropes. I mean,
that's figured out the other way around, because
well,
heelers are kind of pretty
Well, that's true. That's true. That's getting into another whole ball of wax, and you're 100% right.
Go talk to your brother about it.
Exactly.
I've always heard that too.
But over the big scheme of it, you know, it's pretty close. But we do like make ranch ropes and everything, and in the categories of it, those will kind of, because they're a softer lay, they will fit into a head rope category.
Right.
But I would say, I mean, it's close. I mean,
I would also say that as somebody who doesn't rope, the ones that my brothers have always tried to get me to try is a head rope.
Yeah.
Because
And starting out,
yeah,
you know,
starting out with a head rope.
roping a dummy, and then
Oh yeah, the bucket, the 5-gallon bucket. We're
Right.
gonna try a head rope because you cannot do that with a heating rope because there's no way.
yeah, somebody starting out.
Yeah.
You know how it is swinging a heel rope.
Yeah,
because they're so stiff, and it is a little
You
difficult.
smack yourself in the face with it.
A cable. I'm talking a stiff rope. Y'all felt the cable before, how stiff they can be.
Oh my
So
god.
that's basically what a really stiff heel rope will feel like.
I'm just gonna tell you, my brother healed me and left.
Probably have the scars to prove it.
I'm gonna tell. Yeah, I walked in with the red welts across my legs, and my mom looked at him and said, "No more." Yes, no more.
But-
So yeah, that's how bad it was. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we can go next door, and this is day one. They make the ropes, and what we're fixing to see next is, and I need to get over there before they're done too. These ropes is what they will wax tomorrow.
So all of these will be in the next room.
In the next room tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. And this is Kelly right here. He is the brains.
I'm nothing. I'm nobody.
He is brains behind the operation.
There's a problem. They come and get me. It's my fault.
There's some truth to what he's saying, but he does. Yeah, Kelly. He's originally from up in the Panhandle himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cotulla.
Oh yeah. No, you.
Oh, yeah.
No, but these three guys right here. Where were y'all from again?
Los Angeles, California.
And then
Boston.
Pennsylvania.
they want to come. They're way down south, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
How's the weather down here?
About 100 more miles, you're in the ocean.
Is it way hotter down here than?
I actually would much rather the weather here because up north it's so humid. Like yesterday.
Even more so than it feels
absolutely. This is not even comparable. Yesterday, my dad sent me a picture, and it had 99% humidity.
And it
at our
wasn't
house.
raining.
And it was not raining.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have it so bad down here, Kelly.
It's hot. You guys get more like a dry heat. That's
Compared to what you're
what
saying.
we have. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't be able to breathe. I'd be
Right?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
right there with you. And I've done it my whole life.
You've been there. You
never
raised
get
there.
used to it.
Yeah.
You never get used to
My
it.
hair would be sopping wet, and I'd be going, okay, let's just please.
You're probably used to heat. Los Angeles?
It's not. It's usually like the highest we get is like 90.
Okay.
Right.
And then humidity is usually not too bad. It's California.
Yeah,
It's always nice.
And the evenings always get fairly cool,
And
right?
you get a breeze
Yeah.
during the day, so
It was raining when we left here, though, so.
some days in the summer gets really hot.
Yeah. Probably a lot like down here. I mean, you got a lot of. Y'all got more of a coastline than we do, but we have.
Yeah,
We do have one.
I don't live like right on the beach, so we're.
Oh, so you're a ways from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably like an hour from the beach. So.
Oh, okay, well that helps, I guess, a little bit. Okay. Alrighty, well if y'all, we can head over here. Thank you.
Weather's usually not too bad. It's usually tolerable.
Yeah, I actually was out there. Oh, this is about 6 years ago. It was for work for a rope company.
Yeah.
We were in LA for about 3 days, and then we went up to San Francisco for another 3 days. And man, California's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. Were you just like advertising on shows?
Well, we were doing we had a market up there, and we were actually doing actually, I met in the, I guess in the garment district there in LA. I met with, we were getting clothing made to advertise the rope company and stuff.
Yeah,
so
I was checking out the features.
yeah, some of that. We really tried to get into it pretty deep, but it was way more than we wanted to do as far as sizes. But anyway, hello, my yeah, it's a little warmer in here.
Yeah, a little bit.
These two guys are superstars. They deal with it daily. This is Kason and Anselmo. They are our waxers. And really, as far as the whole thing, I still think this is kind of one of the coolest parts. Is we have the wax trough here, and they've got the wax in it. See, we got the two different types of waxing. One's kind of a chemical wax, and then one's a beeswax. Oh. And hey, what is the ratio? Like 40-60? Is it 95-5? Is it 95-5? Okay, it's changed a lot since I was. Well, anyway, you know, it's part one, part the other. You know, that makes the wax mixture. Well, which one's the 5? Okay, more of the waxy wax? Okay. Yeah, this is more of the beeswax, and this is more of the petroleum base.
So more beeswax, less.
No, more of this.
More of that, okay.
Yeah. It used to be, it was years ago, back when I was in here, it was like 40-60. The recipes have changed, obviously. I'm not, like I said, I'm not out here near. But anyway, say what they do is they heat the wax up. Hey, what's y'all's temperature now? What are y'all doing it at? 300 degrees. And what it is, it's almost like a double boiler. There's heating elements in case, you know, that heats up the wax, or heats up the oil. Well, and then that's what heats up, so it's not a direct flame. We had a direct flame, little side note, a direct flame for years until 2004, and the whole place burnt to the ground.
Yeah.
And so we did,
We couldn't find ropes.
yeah. And so,
like the whole plant.
the whole everything.
Oh, wow.
And no, this is all new. We were all in one building. It burnt to the ground. And I mean nothing. The only thing that was left were the rope machines. 2 rope machines in there, but the tires were melted. It was just the metal frame. We started back with those 2 metal frames. That was it. Everything we had to start over. It was a nightmare for the first few months. But within 5 months we were up rolling again.
Yeah, that's
Building put up the whole 9 yards. Oh yeah, it was non-stop. But anyway, what they'll do is here in just a minute, they're gonna take some ropes out and put some in, and you'll actually see exactly how they wax the ropes. But this is pretty cool right here. You know, back years and years ago, when they would make ropes, you know, the technology and everything has changed. You know, like back then, when they made ropes, you know, we have these motorized machines. Well, back in the day, it was a hand crank and that little cart that moves. A guy would walk with a little piece of wood and walk as they spin it, you know, and they couldn't make them stiff. Everything was soft. So with technology, we can make them really hard or really soft. Well, anyway, back to the waxing here. What this does, they put them in there for, hey, how long again? 10 minutes. You'd think I'd remember this stuff, right, after all this? Anyway, 10 minutes, they throw them in there, and what it looks like, it's, you know when you fry French fries, you throw them in grease, it kind of has that frying effect? Well, that's what it looks like when they, and it's extremely hot. I can't let y'all go over there and see it. Just imagine French fries in grease. That's what it looks like. And what it does, it just keeps going, and within 10 minutes, it stops boiling, and the wax will actually penetrate to the core of the rope. And that's, I mean, if you were to cut this right here, you would see fragments of wax in here. Oh, before they start, you can see it from right here, but I'm going to show you something right here. Just watch it right here. See this right here? I can bend this rope right here, and it stays. This has not been waxed. This is just a straight nylon poly rope that was spun over there. Well, now, after it gets waxed, see this? Watch this right here.
Oh, wow.
It gives it elasticity to where, like, if you were to take that rope a cow, and you take the horns off, it would just all be just a twisted mess. Oh, you got just a little bit. Well, now, after you've done that, after you've waxed it, it pops back into place, and you can rope with it, and it'll always keep its shape. And that's what the waxing, and what that does, and what leading up to saying all that, back in the day, back in the Old West, or whatever you want to call it, when they would make ropes, they didn't have any way. This is basically an aging process. It takes about a year to go through the aging process. Well, the wax is an aging process. Instead of waiting a year, we can do it in 10 minutes. Well, we say it speeds up the aging process. Back in the day, what they would do, they would make a rope, you know, just like what you see there. They would put it up on a fence, you know, tie one end on a fence, and just let the sun, the rain, the heat, the cold, basically, what it does when you left it out like that, it did this. It just cured it and brought it to what we call an aging process. And so instead of waiting, like I said, waiting a whole year, it's 10 minutes.
Wow.
I always thought that was kind of a interesting thing.
That's like a huge progression.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like that's
In 10
incredible.
minutes.
Yeah.
Instead of 365 days.
Right.
You know. So.
And it makes them nice and vibrant.
Oh, that's okay. Glad you brought that up. It like this right here. If you, it's basically this string with, depending on the color, one or two of the pinks in it. And when you put it in the wax, it bleeds into the rope and makes it that color.
Okay.
You know.
So was that the center? Is that the center that bleeds?
No. That core, that orange core that you saw that goes in the center, it's in the middle of the rope. You don't see it. You don't see it. Or that's the plan, is to not see it. And all they're doing here is just beating all that excess wax so you don't have the wax caked on the Now this is the new batch they're throwing in.
Is that splatter pretty dangerous?
It can be. It's crazy though. The way you throw the ropes in, and you get such a feel for it that you throw it a certain way, it'll splash a certain way where it won't get on you. So you got to know what you're doing. A new person coming in here, they're going to be, you know, covered in wax. I actually, back when we first opened, it was me and another guy. We did everything. Actually, it was me and Barry. Me and him would wax. And then when we were done, he would go get back on the machine. I would tie the eyes and coil. And by the time that process happened, me and him would come back out here. At the end of these ropes, we have what they're doing down there. It's this thing that gets hot, and you melt it right here so it doesn't unravel, because it will just go, it'll unravel. So they do that right there. Well, I actually have a scar from literally 34 years ago. Right, see that little circle right there? I just got through melting these, and it was sitting like this, and I reached to grab something, and it just sizzled. It took 6 months for that thing to heal. I mean, it is so stinking hot. But anyway, I mean, these guys have got stories like that too, you know, but they've gotten so good at what they do that they know what to do to not get hurt. So it's pretty amazing, really, considering all that splattering wax, and then every couple weeks they go and clean all that off, you know. But oh, and then right here, you what they're doing here. After they're waxed, they tie this knot right here. See, they're tying that knot, and then they cut the excess string off, and then they have this. It's a cattle dehorner that they use, and it's just basically like a little iron that gets really hot. They melt it on here, melt this and flatten it out, and you got that little button. And that'll come into play in the next step over here. But yeah, in between waxes, they tie it up and melt that little knot. That's their job all day long. So if they do 1,000 ropes over there, they have 1,000 ropes over here. So yeah. Yes and no. This is pretty common position right here. Even though the environment is not that great, this is a pretty good position to have. That is actually all oh, but they still, yeah. Well, they put it on their holes in it, and they actually sew it. And that's my favorite time of year because it's cool.
I thought it'd be one of those 110 days.
Oh, it's miserable. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you get y'all. Okay, he just tied a batch. He's fixing to do another one. We'll go over there and I'll show you.
I'll put that one.
But yeah, for the first 5-6 years, it was literally just like 4 of us here. And then as we grew and we were able to hire new employees, oh my gosh, we looked like angels sent from heaven, just getting help.
What's in the north there where like yeah, we have family's house.
But this is Gerald. He's the eye tire. Here, you come over here. And this is Cole. He's the other guy that couldn't do it without him. But while we're here, what he's doing here is actually tying the knot to tie the eye. And he's got his marks on there's a little piece of tape right in front of him where he can do his marks and see how he kind of positioned his finger in that spot. Depending on the rope, you know, the size of the eye, I mean, he's got a lot on his plate paying attention to whatever rope he has.
Everything's done by hand on that part.
Everything is done by hand.
Every day. All day.
Oh yeah, don't shake his hand, he'll break your hand when he...
You would think that, but they never get a break.
So he's always tired, you know. But truly, this might be one of the most grueling positions because, I mean, your hand all day.
All day.
All day. And it's so important that these eyes are done right. Or, yeah.
If you get a bad one, I always tell people that.
Well, these guys here, this is their full-time job. This is all they do.
I'm saying before you had all the help. Like
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and another guy, he would make the ropes. We had one machine at the time. He would make the ropes, and then me and him would jump over and we'd wax, and then I would come over and do everything else. Tie the eyes, sew the burners, put the little tag on the end, and then coil them. By the time I went through that process, he had another 500-600 made, and then we'd spend days waxing those, and then just kind of like that. Here, stretching it, and what that's doing is getting that eye sucked down. then all it's doing is getting that eye stuck down tight, and then he hits that one last little hit to, to make it, get it tight. Burners, and this is Cade. He's our burner guy, and you can actually see what it is. It's a big old sheet of rawhide, like half a cow. You can see on that shelf over there, those things spun up. It's literally rawhide. They soak it in hot water in the this water trough right here, and it makes it soft. I mean, if when rawhide gets hard, it's hard as a rock. Well, you can pass that around and feel it, and it's really soft. Oh yeah, really soft. And that thing, when it dries, it is hard as a rock.
Almost like plastic.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what Cade is doing right here. He's punching out all the burners. But that's a piece of the rawhide. I mean, right off the cow, right there.
They're not even well, they got their own.
Oh, he's got a burner he was looking at. But,
I was gonna get you one.
See up close, huh?
Man.
Thank you, Cade.
Oh, I'm just cutting it with scissors.
Well, it actually.
And it even puts little holes in it for you too. It puts little holes.
Yes, yeah. So
It's
these
got
are.
the little.
Mhm.
Fantastic. How cool.
Whether like this is a Mojo. It's one of the ropes that we have right here, and it's got the description on it. It's a head rope, a number 4. We have a numbering system just to help the ropers know what it is, and it's a medium soft rope. We talked about the stiffnesses and everything, and then it's 31 feet. So, and then of course it's got a barcode, so when the store can just scan it. But that's what they do. Whatever rope it is, that's what those guys down there are putting that. And that's another thing. You've got to make sure you're grabbing the right one, because if you off just the wrong one, you got to go back and redo them all. Then the next step is what after they've tied the eye, Kate does the burners, cuts the burners. These guys actually sew the burners on. They're professional sewers.
Wow.
And you can,
She's like.
yeah, they're like, I don't know about that. But you'll actually look at the big needle they're using, and then they have the thread, and they're literally sewing it on by hand. Yeah. Yeah, so every one of these burners is literally sewn on by hand.
Yeah, that's not something you can just like stick a sewing machine on and just, zip it
No,
around. Like,
and
that's got to be
you're
done.
having to fight, getting
Right.
in between the, above the rope, and it's, yeah. Pam's been trying to figure out a sewing machine to make this work, but
Yeah.
hadn't happened yet.
Yeah. That sewing machine that needle would break in a heartbeat.
So that's
Yeah.
that's what they do all day, is sew the burners on them. Which it's one of the most important parts of the rope, because if you didn't have the burner, when you're actually using it, it will, the rubber the rope rubbing against each other, it would just cut into itself, and then the eye would break. So.
Absolutely.
Now, is there like a lifespan on the burners? Like, if you have like a desired rope and you just want to get it.
Oh no, that thing, as long as you keep it out of the moisture and that thing will last forever.
Okay. Cool. Very cool.
Sometimes they last longer than the rest.
Their stations, because everybody gets their fillings. This, as far as the rope being made, every step is important. But this right here, the coil, the way it feels when you swing it, this is the ticket right here. Is the coiling. Okay, like Justin right here, he's fixing to start one. See, he kind of sets his eye, gets his eye, does that little move with his wrist, and it positions the eye where it needs to be, whether it's perfectly straight or a little bit to the right. He does it right there, and then feeds the rope through it, throws it out, and then this right here is literally this ticket right here. It's a little bit of load in it. It's what we call it load. It's a little bit of tension in it. And then that first one is crucial to get that, what we call the load in it. And then all the other coils are directly on top of that one. And then he gets everything straight and looking pretty. And
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh yeah.
See that knot?
Yeah.
Remember I said when they were splicing the strings together?
Wow.
That's what will happen sometimes. A lot of times it'll stay in. It's strictly cosmetic, does nothing to the rope. So that when a guy goes into a hardware store, feed store, and they want to swing it, it already kind of has that little slick, smooth, powdery feel to it. And it makes the rope actually feel better than it really probably is, because because you know you've got the roughness of the twist and this and that, and it really does. But you can kind of come in here, and it's literally a barrel with baby powder. You walk in there and look at it. Oh yeah, it's literally. And so sometimes after when they're powdering ropes, you come in here and they'll come out just solid white. Rack they need to be, and just does that all day. And then the shipping department, the office, they'll send the orders out, send it to the shipping department, and then the shipping department will come and just pull orders, put them in. Here are what we call we call them buckaroos, and our machine can only make the rope machines that actually making the ropes. 38 feet is the longest that they can make them. And these here, they go anywhere from 40 to 70 foot. And our machine, we can't do it. So we actually have there's a rope factory in Massachusetts that we order these ropes from. And what they do a lot of marine for boats and stuff, but anyway, long story short, we talked to them, and we've been doing this for 30 years with them, same company. And their logo is a whale.
Oh wow.
And
Something like that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can't remember the name of the company, but anyway, what they do is they have a machine that makes these ropes, which basically it's a like ours, but it's just but it's a machine that just makes a constant rope. It never ends. So you can make a 10,000 foot rope. But what they do, let's say we want 2,000 feet of rope. They'll cut us 2,000 feet of rope, send it in a big box, and then ship it to us. And then we'll take them, and just like over there, we'll tie that little knot, tie the eye, put a tag on it, sew a burner. And so when it goes to when somebody places an order for a rope, whether it's a 40, a 45, 50, 60, 70, we have them. And another cool thing, what they do with this here is like down in Mexico. Well, I was telling them, like in Mexico, and then up in Montana, you got the vaqueros down in Mexico. You got the buckaroos up in Montana, up in that area, Wyoming. And what they do is they take these long ropes. Why they need them long is they'll rope these wild horses, and they've got a pole in the middle of the pen. And while they're trying to break them, they'll rope a horse, that's in a pen, and then they'll wrap the rope around this log, and then they'll kind of the horse, to try to get the horse tame or whatever, and then it just keeps pulling, and they'll let the rope slide so it's not a jerk on the horse and hurt their neck. You just kind of ease them and let them, do their thing, and that's part of the process of how they break, these wild horses or these wild mustangs up there. Same down in Mexico. When you see a lot of these guys that can do the rope tricks, we got a friend that lives down in Monterrey, Mexico, and he's only like 24, and he can take one of these and do the whole, the rope. I mean, it's amazing. So anyway, that's mainly what they're for. And the shorter ones can be used even down here. The ranchers use them to, rope cows or, rope a bull, pull it in the, these are our long ones. This here, it's literally called a ranch rope. And it's soft like a head rope, but it's long like a heel rope. And so they use a lot of these to, like I said, if there's a bull out in the brush that's not doing what it should. You know, they can rope it and drag it out, and then drag it into a trailer if you can't get it in the trailer or whatever. But these are more work, like ranch work, not competition rodeo stuff like these are.
Yeah.
So huge thank you to the team at Cactus Ropes. They were amazing. I can't remember the exact name of who our tour guide was. I will put it on screen once I find out. But yeah, it was amazing. It was such a great tour. One of Hornet's friends, I'll put her name on screen too. She was able to get us a tour. And yeah, it was so much fun. Just seeing how much goes into actually making a rope. It's not just a few pieces of rope that you just tie together and then throw. It's a whole process. You'll see it in the videos. And then we got free ropes first of all, and they have loads of cool merch. So I'll put their link in the description. They sell to everywhere in the US. They sell to Australia, Brazil, all over the place. So go check them out if you guys need some ropes. I know that's the only place I'll be going. I've actually been using my rope. I've been, practicing with it. It's got some wear on it, you know. So yeah, that's been really fun. It's been a nice, just fun thing to try. These are little like kid ropes, but I'm hoping to upgrade soon, or once I get a little bit better with this one. But yeah, it was just great experience, great team. They're really passionate about what they do, and they know their stuff. Our tour guide had done like everything that he was telling us about, from when it was like hand crank instead of machines. So yeah, really fun time. That was probably the coolest thing we saw on the trip, just how they make the ropes and the entire factory for it, and we all agree on that. So yeah, thank you to the team at Cactus Ropes.
We made it manifest. We met, yeah.
Hope so. Oh shit. Give him the key, let's go.
Cargaba pistolas con 6 cargadores, le daba gusto al cualquier lado. Usaba bigote, guardamontado, sus paños de enfrente. Canciones de mancha, camada de cuero, traigo punteado el sombrero. Y escandecidos usaban guaraches y a veces a raíz cantaba, pero le gustaba pagar los mariachis, la plata no importaba. Tenía tan en la mano, gritaba, ¡viva Zapata! ¡Viva! Ranchero, su indio, el piano, vamos a buena
Sorry. Sorry.
Turn of the century.
Yeah.
This would look just like this back in the teens and 20s when he was running down when the Rough Riders. Teddy, stay here. We'll go down this hallway to.
Fun fact, my middle school mascot was the Rough Riders.
Really?
Yeah, the shoes. Oh, man. So you can send it to your room.
You did spend a lot of time in California.
Yeah, so each one of these, and they just replaced that. So, like, they still use it.
Yeah.
So there was an old brass box here that you would put your letters in, and use air to end up to where it needed to go. So I didn't know. That's a good point about that. Sorry, I didn't know.
So I stayed in a hotel, Hilton Garden Inn. There's 1,000 of those things in downtown Jackson.
Can I actually? Yeah, like, can I do it right now? Yeah. Sorry, do I have to pay for it? Yes, sir.
I'm calling you from the payphone. I'm calling collect. I don't have a quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Does anybody have a quarter?
I've got a quarter.
No, I don't.
Do you really?
I've got a bunch of quarters.
It's all the uniforms from when they were.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. What's happening?
You're military, man.
Look, it's July 1st.
What time is it?
That quote is from July 1st, like right almost now. Is that cool or what? I just noticed that.
Did you get that on recording?
No, I did. I got the end. Sorry.
These fake students.
Hi, I'm Rory. I'm from California.
Hi, Rory. That's not an exchange student.
It's an American exchange.
No, I'm Courtney.
Hi. How do you know?
It's a long story.
Oh, it always
What's
is.
your name? Yaniv. Nice to meet you.
I'm Will. We're from Pennsylvania.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm Courtney. What the?
We've been a lot of miles together.
We've had a lot of miles for like many years.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Manger Hotel.
So my roommate from college married Rachel.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Not really.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you tell them the history of the
Oh
bar?
yeah, absolutely.
This is a university.
We're running about a 25-30 minute ticket time. On the front side, we also have our sister property right next door.
Alright, let's go for a walk.
like in your history books. There it is. It's kind of weird to be plucked in the middle of the city.
Yeah. Right.
Look at all, yeah.
Boy, so what did they do with that?
We're like such simple creatures. Just go back the way we came. Don't even think about it.
What did you say? Cool. Well, we're in the river walk.
Yeah. Which way are we going? That way?
Yeah, we can go down this way, and then we'll cross over and come back down this way, because we got to get on that side.
Okay.
This is so So there's like a big lock system downriver, or actually upriver, sorry. They have an alternate route for the excess while they get flooded. So there's a lock system down there that keeps the flow constantly.
That's pretty cool. I love the interactive water features like this. Yeah.
See how big a line there is for readers?
Yeah.
No, Midway. USS Midway.
Yeah. Hold up.
that is really neat. But like where the movie theater is, all those stacks were all part of the whole stone quarry where they processed.
All right, guys. It's 4 in the morning. We're getting ready to go to the airport. We've all got our cowboy hats on because they don't fit in our bags. But yeah, this is it. Fun trip, fun time with Hornet. Oh, I'm just filming the video.
Oh, okay.
Just saying we had fun. But do we need to get going? Kind of on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
We got a few minutes.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know where this will go, but lately I've been thinking about getting close to you. Now can't you see, you gotta give me a chance. Every day it's the same old thing. I try to concentrate, but baby I can't think. 'Cause you're on my mind, I start to feel some kind of way. Tell me what you're doing later on tonight. Been waiting all day for the time to be right. And I know you wanna go, and you know I got a chance to make you mine with just one dance. There ain't nothing anybody ever said about how much you'd be stuck in my head. It's true, I feel for you. There's nothing I could do, so please just take my hand, look in my eyes and see how much it would mean to have you right here with me. Is this love I found? I'll spin you around and seal the deal. You got a criminal mind, 'cause my heart you know you'd steal. So tell me what you're doing